we are rinsing. We soaked these nuts. So we soaked almonds, walnuts, and pecans. And then...
How long did you soak them for?
I soaked them just for like 6 hours, 6 or 7 hours.
Okay. What does soaking do?
It just deactivates the anti-nutrients that are in. So when you eat nuts, they have things that the anti-nutrients in it doesn't allow the minerals and vitamins that are in the nuts for your body to absorb them. So if you soak them in salt water, then it breaks down the anti-nutrients, and then your body can digest the nuts a lot better.
Is this what you soaked in there? Mm-hmm. And how much salt did you put in there?
I put in like a couple tablespoons of salt. This book right here, Nourishing Traditions by
Sally
Fallon, has the recipes in there.
Now you're putting it in the food processor.
Yep.
You have the quizzing on it?
Yep.
Do you like it?
It works.
Grind up the
Now this was Jonah's idea.
And Mama's getting in on it.
Being a generally grain-free home,
I'm kind of helping him.
they want some cereal.
They miss the cereal.
Did they even ever have cereal?
Yes, we've had it before.
We did eat cereal for a little bit once.
On the trip. On the trip.
On Saturdays.
Yeah, but that was grain-free cereal even on the trip.
On Saturdays I used to buy, not super junky cereal, but I used to let them
Oh, that's
eat
right.
so that we could take a break from having to cook. But that was a very long time ago.
We're just grinding it to this consistency here.
Just kind of, some's more ground than others.
That's because one time I did it with whole nuts, no maple syrup though.
Okay.
It was hard to chew the nuts.
Okay, so you want to put in. You got.
There goes the blade.
Get all
Isn't
this.
there Come on, the spoon took a giant shove.
Okay, are you putting that? Are you gonna put?
Now that's a big stainless steel popcorn bowl there. You got you crazy stainless steel lady. You're putting in raisins.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mama, are you gonna eat this?
But wait,
No,
aren't
I
you gonna
don't
put more
know.
stuff in there?
Yes.
Yeah, maple syrup.
What else, Jonah? Is
So you
this
mix it in
Just
one at a
nuts?
time?
Are you not gonna do nut?
What
Are you
about
gonna do chocolate?
chips?
Okay, we'll do this.
Well, you don't have to.
We'll put a few. No!
Okay,
Oh,
don't put it
Josiah
in
doesn't
there.
like them. Wow, it would be helpful.
Taste it. Taste one.
No, he doesn't like the dark chocolate
I
kind.
know I got this. Mama's.
That's dark chocolate.
Oh.
Get the yellow one. Maple syrup.
Yeah, it's sweet.
Sweetens it up a little bit.
Makes it better.
I don't know how the raisins are gonna do in the dehydrator.
Do you like it, Josiah? Yeah. Okay, you like it?
We'll add the chocolate chips after. How about that? After the dehydrator, because I'm afraid the dehydrator would
Do something to them.
Melt them.
melt them.
No, vinegar, that's really good.
Would you eat this? Why do you say it like that?
I don't really like light. Well, I might eat this. The nuts. I don't know. I'm not like a huge cereal person. I used to be. But I don't know if I'm gonna eat cereal.
This is not Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Becky.
No, it's not.
It's healthy.
That's the kind of cereal you like.
I used to like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, yes.
And Captain Crunch. Did you used to like Captain Crunch? No, Fruity Pebbles.
Cookie Crisp, Captain
Oh,
Crunch.
so
All the
bad.
bad ones. Hence why I have an autoimmune disease.
So don't do that. Make this.
If I could go back, I would change it all.
What would you change?
The way I ate.
What was the first thing to go out?
Because I mean, it's
If
not
you
like
could go back
it's
to
not
your
like my parents
16-year-old
fed me
self.
crap, but I chose bad things. Like I would buy gas station crap and eat
Okay.
it. Not like gas station food, but like I would buy food from gas stations.
So if you could go
Cotton
back,
candy and soda. I wouldn't drink soda. I wouldn't eat cotton candy. I wouldn't do any of that, Joe.
Better.
how would you resist it? You're 18
I would
years
be
old.
like,
Everybody's doing it.
remember
so
your
normal.
40-year-old self when she came to you and said, stop eating crap so that you can enjoy regular food now and not have to take medicine and not be sick? That's how. Okay, that's enough. You don't want to do it too thick, guys. You do it real thin. No, it's fine. You don't have to apologize. You just want it. You wanted to do it thin, a thin layer.
Which one? Can I take this? You don't want to waste it.
So Rebecca, if you were in prison and on death row, and you got a last meal, and so you could pretty much eat anything you wanted, what would it be?
I would make homemade cinnamon buns and wheat bread, crusty sourdough bread, and pizza. And notice there's a theme here.
A lot of gluten.
A lot of gluten.
We're gonna get you a can of gluten to pour on it after you've made it. So you haven't had gluten in how many years?
5
on
years
purpose?
this month. 5 years. It's a sad day. It's sad. We only need one more
Are you
tray.
ever gonna have gluten again?
I might be able to eat sourdough one day, but even then, it's not like I'm gonna eat a lot of it. It would be like it would be a treat that I got to eat a couple times a year, maybe.
So is there a happy replacement for cinnamon buns?
There is. My friend just sent me a one that she made that said was really good. So maybe that one.
When are you gonna try it? Is it paleo or something?
Probably when I get off this low histamine diet. But there's cinnamon in it.
Histamine.
Stole mine.
Cinnamon is high histamine, so I can't eat it right now. But I am trying to reintroduce histamine foods because we're taking care of my histamine issues. So
What's a histamine for those that don't know?
So histamine is histamine is in our cells, and sometimes our body can't digest it, and when that happens, then you have a histamine reaction. So I am avoiding high histamine foods. I think all foods have histamine in them, but I'm just focusing on eating the low histamine foods, and then I'm trying to clear the root cause of why I'm having a histamine reaction, and then I should be able to go back to normal. But like bone broth is very high histamine. Any wine, I don't drink wine, so it's not a big deal. But I was drinking a lot of bone broth. Anything fermented, so kombucha, kefir soda, sauerkraut, yogurt, dairy also is high histamine. Strawberries are high histamine. Cinnamon. So there's this like anything aged is high histamine. So you know, I'm just trying to avoid that, and I'm taking supplements to help my body process the histamine, and I'm also taking supplements to help my body hopefully get back to the way it's supposed to be and not have a histamine reaction at all.
Alright, what are the symptoms of histamine?
There's a whole host of symptoms, but anxiety and panic attacks can be histamine issues. So I'm actually wondering if all my panic attacks and anxiety way back the end of last year were really just a histamine reaction. Heart palpitations, which I had that. There's a whole host, but some of the ones that I've learned about is like if you get really red after you exercise, that can mean that you're having a histamine intolerance. Pain, I believe there's like pain in joints, I think can all be high histamine. It's a pretty extensive list. I mean, if you just Google it, you can come up with what is high histamine, but yeah, it's a frustrating road.
Let's put it in there. Is that the last of it?
Yep.
You're putting it in your dehydrator. What kind of dehydrator is this?
This is the Excalibur dehydrator.
Do you like it?
I do like it.
We'll leave all the links to all this stuff in the description.
And then, I don't know where that came from.
What are you going to set it on?
115, so you want to do it under, I think it's 117. There's a threshold where it kills all the enzymes. And I'm not sure. I just keep it at 115, and that is still raw, considered raw. So we're gonna do this for like a really long time, like well, let's try 14 hours. I'm also doing Brazil nuts down here,
Okay.
which are really good for Hashimoto's. So it has selenium in it. So if you eat 2 a day, that's supposed to be all the selenium you need. So just trying to use food as medicine, and hopefully it's gonna work. Hopefully
So-
my digestion will work, and I'll be able to extract the selenium out of the Brazil nuts and allow my body to use that.
So folks don't know it, but you should soak nuts and then dehydrate them
Yes.
before you eat.
All nuts should be soaked and dehydrated before you eat. That's the best way to do it. If you don't want to do it,
Are you just dehydrating them just to get the moisture
Yeah.
out of them from the soaking?
yeah,
Okay.
so walnuts and pecans are supposed to be kept in the fridge because they have something in them that,
Okay.
I cannot remember what it is. They have something in them that makes them go rancid faster.
Okay.
So I keep them in the fridge. So we'll probably just keep this in the fridge then, even though the almonds don't need it. But that book that I showed you, Nourishing Traditions, has a lot of good information there.
Okay.
Oh, if you don't want to soak and dehydrate nuts, that's Wilderness Family has soaked and dehydrated nuts. It's expensive. It's more expensive because it's more labor intensive for the people because they can't just sell the nuts. They have to soak and dehydrate them. But if you have more money than time, that could be an option for you.
Next morning, it's done what? 14 hours? What was it?
Yeah, it was 14 hours.
Okay, and you want me to
Test
taste
it.
it to see if it's dry.
It's dry.
Feels dry to me.
Okay.
It's
Okay,
like
good.
nuts.
If you want to add chocolate chips to it,
Oh, we put it in a bowl.
now is time to do it. So you would,
Put it into a bowl.
no, do this
Okay.
with it.
Hey Rebecca, what would happen if somebody didn't have a dehydrator? Could they do this in the oven?
You can, but they won't be, the nuts wouldn't be considered raw. So it's not like the end of the world or anything, but,
How long would you do it in the oven and at what temperature?
well, you just do it on the lowest temperature setting
Huh?
until dry. So
Okay.
it just depends, really.
So you don't have the raw benefits if you have to do it in the oven.
Yeah,
But it's still better than grain cereal, I imagine.
yes.
It tastes just good.
I don't know. I think it's kind of like the best cereal I've ever had. You're just
Okay.
gonna get it into a jar with a stainless steel funnel. That's it. What? You've already eaten it? Part of this complete breakfast. Kale, eggs, and cereal.
I ate mine. I ate mine on it.
And it got you to eat your kale and eggs, didn't it? You eat anything to get that cereal, won't you? Really, how'd it turn out, girl?
Good.
How long do you think that, what is it, a gallon? 2 jars?
It's about a gallon and a quart.
A gallon jar and a quart? How long do you think it's gonna last them back?
We're gonna try to make it last.
3 days. There.
How do you think it turned out?
I think it turned out alright.
How happy are you that they're excited about a healthy snack?
I mean, I think it's great. It's, if they want, if it'll make them not eat junk, then that makes me happy.
Can you overdo nuts?
I think so, you can.
Have it to you.
But
What would be overdoing it?
try eating the cereal.
A cup?
I don't know.
Maybe a cup a day would be safe, like that?
Yeah.
You can get.
Yeah, you guys don't need to eat so much.
Okay.
Okay.
Once a day.